Right, hello, welcome back. Today we have a lovely working, apparently, DSi XL that has a really knackered hinge. So let's just get through all this and I'm going to see how quickly we can get this changed. Just want to get it started so I can check the cartridge port works. So I need to find a game that works. Let's bring back this Pokemon Explorers of the Sky that we cleaned up the other day. See if that still works. Look at that, still going strong. Later. Okay. So yeah, I think I'll just turn it off though, because we're not actually going to play that. And by turn it off, I mean I'm just going to remove the battery in a minute. But let's get these out. I have got so much stuff at the moment that I can fix. There's just so many things in a pile, loads of stuff, very little time. So, because I'd love to get more videos out in a timely manner. Unfortunately, at the moment it is about one a week. Just pop you out, Pokemon Go. Lovely. Right, let's have this little one to the side, and then we'll drop these out. Come on. I think this was about 30 quid on eBay. These are, strangely enough, doing some really good money at the moment. Like 60, 70 pounds a pop. So, as it's just a knackered hinge, I thought, why not give it a go? Obviously, I do need to be careful, as it's not got the hinge, trying to take this rear shell off without ripping any cables. Off you get. So, of course, that needs to come off. I've got another one here attached to the board. Now, whilst I've got this board out, I need to check something. I have another one of these where the cartridge slot is not working. I just want to make sure that this, yep, that's the correct one. So that can sit up there, and that'll be in a video coming soon, where we take this off of a blue one. And I mean, I say I've got one. I've got a box down here that I haven't opened yet, but I think that is the blue one. I'll have a check in a bit. I wanted to get this sorted. What time is it? Oh, 13 minutes to 10 p.m. Clearly I've got no life because I'm doing this at this time of day. I did sit at home the other day. I had one of these just like this with a broken hinge, and I had a grey one that had a faulty top screen, and I took it apart and tested the pieces before I put them back together, and then when I put it back together, yeah, I managed to mess up the top screen. So the rule of thumb is don't try and replace these screens on your sofa in your front room when you've got a nice desk in your office full of stuff that you can use, because you break things, as I did. So yeah, lesson learnt there. At some point I really need to find a good supply of LCDs for these, because I've got so many boards and things just sitting around, and shells and cases and whatnot, just ready for a replacement screen. So yeah, let's pop out all the don't do that just yet, internal gubbins. Not so much to change on these, thankfully, compared to a 3DS XL that I did recently. Over here to get this out. I'm not sure if I've done a mid-frame replacement on a DSi XL on the channel before. I have no idea. Right, let's try and get these out without destroying them. I might pop this lid off the back of this, so that I can try and pull those cables through, and then I should be able to remove the ribbons a little bit easier. Should. I'm not going to say 100% will. The camera modules are stuck to the inside of this, so they just need to be popped out. You can just about see. There you go. Out you come. There you go. Lovely. Right, that can go over there as well. That can go back on the lid. The sensor. Now, before I even pull them out, or before I pull the ribbons out, I'm going to try and very carefully yoink out these, and I mean carefully. the cost of this DSi is basically what I'm going to pay, like I say, around about £30. That's about what you'll pay for a good quality screen. So don't want to destroy it. Out comes that one. Good. And then let's try and get a little grip on this. I'll nip that one up from. Okay, just free. So we can get a little bit of purchase on there. Good. And then try and slowly pull it out through here. Like I say, I don't want it to catch on any of those ribbons. So just carefully tease it through. There you go. Right, that's both of them out. Now, will this be any easier? Obviously, we've got this line here that they both need to go through. They're going. They've gone that end, and then just twist them a little bit. Beautiful. If I hadn't have ruined that one the other day, I wouldn't have thought of doing that. So it might have destroyed it, the one I done at home, but it did give me a valuable lesson. Right, I'll be back in a minute because somewhere here I've already dug out a frame. I just need to take it apart, so I'll be back. And in what can only be deemed as a very fortunate turn of events, this frame that I've taken apart had a hinge, because yeah, this one didn't, which is troublesome, isn't it? So this needs to go in here, and then I need to try and get these cables back through this. Now, how did they come out? They came out at a bit of an angle. So let's get them at a bit of an angle. Okay, they're in there. Now, very carefully, I need to kind of wiggle them along. By Jove, I think we've got it. Right. I'll slide the hinge across if I can. Hopefully it's the right way round. No, probably flipping isn't, is it? Right. What I don't want to do is struggle as much with this hinge as I did with the last hinge I did. That blooming 3DS. was not fun. Please tell me this actually fits. Come on, out you get. I should have tested this before attempting to put it together. Where are those tweezers? Oh, for f***'s sake. It's ever so slightly on her, so I need to make it straight. I'm going to have to try and put this in when it's about there. I don't like this. But that's kind of the way it had to go. So you have to put it in at that angle. That's terrifying. Right. Let's get these wires back through. Carefully, remember? I might just try and straighten that out a bit. Good. Right, that's there. Let's get my tweezers. Capture it. Just so I can get a finger on, and then I'm going to try and feed it in. So push and pull and push and pull, just gently. Remember, we don't want to destroy this, and also I'm going to move this one out from under that because they're crossed. Out you get, come on. Right, feed, push and pull, push, push, push. There you go. Get back in there. Lovely, that seems okay. Can we do the same with this one? Yep, I can see it poking there. Give that a little nab, yep. And then that one should feed a bit easier because there's a lot more cable to it. But yeah, just carefully. Stick that in there and all. Get the speakers back in place. And then I want that top back on as soon as possible, so I can't damage anything on this side. I'm going to just stick that bit into there. we should be good. Let's have you in there. Let's have you in there. I was going to say if I can get this done in 20 minutes, that'll be great, but we're going to struggle because we're already over 20 minutes. Not by long. And of course I haven't actually checked to see if it works yet, so you know, we could be in all kinds of trouble as yet, but we will see. Fingers crossed and all that. I do like how these little grippy bits hold much better than the ones on that 3DS I did the other day with the green cable. Right. Just crack this open. Just because I like the extra reach I get with it open to put these cables in. They're still a pain in the arse though. Not doing so well today. It's in. I'm not sure it's fully in. Yeah, now we're in. Right. Okay. Get that folded across. Get these two out of here. Yeah. Just pop that camera one back into there. Do you know, I didn't actually test the camera flex. If the camera doesn't work now, I'm going to be fuming. There you go. It's in. Doesn't look like it's in properly though. Right, okay, now it's in. So, where are our little screws for the board? Tiny little silver one up top. Magic. Got 4 of these black ones, 3 here. And then 1 down in this far corner. cable stuck back down to here. Silver one, grey one, goes on the little Wi-Fi board. Yep, and then that is, no, it is that way around. Stuck in this little clip here, and then, yeah. Clip that on nicely. Okay, let's get the power board attached back. Chuck in some screws, connect the connectors, put the back on and test. We're not far off. 26.5 minutes roughly. Right, power cable, get that into there, make sure that these are, there's like this little bit of plastic here with a little slot in it, just get them in the slot, because I've done DSi's before and I've not put them in there and they've shorted out together, and then obviously the fuse blows and the machine doesn't work. So yeah, get them in there, save any problems later. Pull the flap up. And we are pretty much ready to test. If it doesn't work, well, at least it's all in one piece, so we can revisit it later. If it does work, good, I'll put it back together. I will still, of course, need to put these little screws back in the top screen section and stick the little things back on. But it's now been 29 minutes and 38 seconds. Let's see, has it been a half an hour fix? No, because it doesn't want to fit. Ugh. Half an hour, turn it on, power's on, both screens are on. Oh ho ho ho, look at that. So yeah, I'm going to put the screws back in here, get that tidied up, and hopefully send it to someone for their new forever home. Thanks very much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, bye.